Hello, hello, and good evening. Lindsay here from A Different Human Design and A Different Podcast Official. We will be joined by Steph as soon as she arrives. And this evening, we are going to be talking with Corrie, or Coza Boxing, and he will be with us in just a moment. Spring afternoon.
I heard my name.
Hey, here he is.
I heard my name. How are we?
And as if by magic, you arrive.
Poof, there we go. How are we doing? How are we doing? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your intro. My bad.
No, it's fine. I've just suddenly gone really, really warm. Like I'm upstairs on the bus, and the sun being out has warmed it right up. So I might have to take my jumper off in a minute. But Steph is on her way.
That's all right. That's all right.
You know how we like to do things authentically ADHD on this platform, and that means arriving
on time, but late. Fashion be late. That's how we got to do it.
Exactly. So, I feel bad just going straight and calling you Coza because this is the first time we've met, and
Coza.
that's your nickname.
Call me
sure?
Coza. You know what it is? I'll be honest with you. When you come to Watford, obviously, and we do the in-person podcast, you'll realise someone calls me Corrie. They're either a family member or a very close friend. When someone calls me Coza, it's widely known. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So so I'm going in with the casual Coza for now, and then Corrie's the Sunday name if you get out of line.
No, do you know what it is? It's more of like it's more of the non-business, the non-advocacy, the non-everything name.
Yeah, I hear you. So would you like, for the viewers that are watching that haven't ever heard of you before, would you like to introduce yourself, what it is that you do? Or would you like me to...
Sorry, my friend at the bottom. Thank you,
Can
George.
confirm he's widely known as Coza. No.
And there you go. There's the contrast. There's family. All right, guys. Obviously, I'm Coza, aka Corrie. I'm a neurodivergent and mental health advocate within combat sports and general life. Trying to offer really, man. I believe I can fight and become a beacon of hope to others and show people that whether or not whatever's going on in your life, there's always a bit of light over there, and you can keep pushing forward towards it. I did it. Obviously, I have my bad days, but what do? I do 8-hour gym sessions to get through it. So we're here. But
we love a bit of extremity, don't we? In the neurodivergent area, it's like can't do anything by halves.
It has to be one way or the other, and I swear I'm gonna go right. Do you know what I mean?
All in or all out.
All in. And then problem is I can't go out. That's the problem. Like.
Yeah. Do you find it hard to turn a challenge down? Are you one of these that if you challenge, you're kind of motivated more?
Do you know what it is? When it comes to boxing, it's very different. Because in boxing, you could do that, but if you get yourself hurt. I have respect and humbleness. But when it comes down to like people saying you can't do something, yeah, of course. I'm like, watch me. I remember when I first started doing security, someone said I can never be a head doorman or anything to do with that. I got offered a higher position. I couldn't take on instead of drive. But like I like to do that. It's a subconscious thing. You tell me I can't do something, I swear to God I'm gonna do it.
I absolutely relate to you there. I did a bit of like shadow work recently and I was reflecting and I thought, do you know, I don't know whether anything I've achieved has been off my own back or if everything I've achieved has been because somebody told me I couldn't do it.
I think more so things line up in life. Like I've met certain people in my life that have put me in the right direction to do certain things. And I feel like if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing those things. But on the other hand, if I didn't have the things that caused me to be around these people, there's such a butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's such a butterfly effect.
Yeah, it's that fine line actually though, isn't it? Between like, was that person supposed to come and supposed to trigger us and then supposed to push us into that action because that was always destined to happen?
Every interaction is part of fate, whether you're religious, whether you're not, it's all part of fate. I believe every little interaction is a reason behind it.
I believe so.
It's always going to be that way. And you know what? Anything bad that happens, just take a pinch of salt, man. Yeah, you can have it. I can only put it to people who haven't got mental health or don't experience mental health, which is a very, very, very select few amount of people who choose to think it ain't real. Hi, Steph.
Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm so sorry. You just tried to casually slip in there and it'd be not noticed.
Just slowly.
Yeah, because I've always been there.
You know what? Someone else, come here. Come say hello then. The mascot wants to say hi. Come say hello.
Oh,
you're
it's going to be a dog,
allowed
isn't
to
it?
come say hi.
Oh my
You're allowed
God.
to. Do you want to say hi, Rolo? What's that? What's this?
Oh,
Oh, she wants to give me love.
oh,
We love
Okay.
dogs. Oh my God.
absolutely stunning.
She's a big dog. I've got to
She is
carry
a
on
big
now.
dog.
Oh,
Yeah, you've
what's
had
her
your
name?
Rolo.
Oh, hello, hello.
She's yeah, hey, she knows where you guys are as well.
That side eye.
She gave a little side eye. Yeah, can I get back to what I'm doing now, please? Yeah, thank you so
Oh,
much. Yeah.
will we
Okay.
get to meet
Anyway,
her when? Will we get to meet her in July?
you know what? I'll bring her after the podcast.
Yeah. Not during.
Like,
Distractors.
where was I? Where was I? Where was I?
So we were talking about mental health and whether we take on the challenges. You know, there's always something to take from these challenges, kind of thing.
Everything that happens, mental health related or not, I think negatively is you can always spin it. You can always spin it.
Yeah,
Like I've told you, obviously, I've told you about my story and such. We'll get into it in a bit, but I've told you it's proven you can spin it, and like I feel like there's people in here right now that I've helped, and they've
yeah,
helped me by telling me that I've helped them. I'm not meant
yeah.
to, but like there's people in here that like look up to it, and like, it makes me go and just don't stop with it. Like
It's nice how that happens, actually, isn't it? Because
do you know what? Do you know what? Exactly. Look. Like I wasn't gonna say very much, but
there we go.
hit man. There we go, bro. I appreciate that. So
I'm a
Matty over
recovering
here.
addict. This is the thing, though, isn't it? It's about like if you can shine your light, it just
Other
shows other
people.
people, yeah, exactly, that they can do it, and it gives them the hope that the belief that they can do it, because that's half of the issue, isn't it? Being told all your life you're never going to achieve anything, blah blah blah, and then it only takes seeing somebody else that you're like, yes, I can do that as
Do you
well.
know what I feel like it is? I don't feel like in starting of life, it's really a place of you can't do it. It's
Mm.
drilled into you subconsciously. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean by that? I feel like people don't say it as in you can't do it, because then that risks people who are neurodivergent coming out and being like, well, I'm gonna fucking do it anyway. Do you know what I mean? I'm
yeah,
gonna do it. Like, I don't care. Like, but if you say to someone and you get into the subconscious part of, oh, you shouldn't do this, then
yeah,
they believe it. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Mm. Yeah, we are subject to those subtle signs right from birth. You know what the box is that we're meant to exist within, and what things we should achieve in our life and stuff like that.
I like breaking boxes. It's okay.
Yeah.
I
At
love it.
what age did you start breaking these boxes? Did you start like it's more to life than just, I don't know, football, boxing?
Can
It
I be
seems like
honest
you
with
think
you?
quite deeply.
Do you know what it is? I'll be honest with you. My life didn't really begin until I started boxing. There's more to life than boxing, but boxing is my fundamental base layer. So I've not to get in, I didn't really I come from a good home, but I didn't really come from a good upbringing in the sense of like the way the world was, the way England was with mental health and such. It wasn't really the best support system. So when I obviously left home at a young age, I went through my growth phase forcefully. So I was on my own, I was in supported livings, forcefully went through that growth stage. And then when I found boxing, obviously I found boxing, I done the charity work and such through the white collar. I done that, and then I took a shine to it, but I never really had the right people around me then to be like, okay, this is what you need to do with your life. I
Yeah.
then ended up meeting someone that went wrong, ended up becoming homeless, and then I went to rock bottom, and then I found the boxing. And the moment I found that, every other thing started falling into place.
I suppose a better question that I meant to ask is, when did you realize, thinking about mental health and all the things encompassing and how that actually helps boxing, when did you unlock that?
When I said the homeless thing, I was in a YMCA. There was a gym across the road. It was an all commercial gym. Hitting the bag. And I realized every time I'm doing it, it's just I'm flowing. For once, my mind went quiet. Rather than my mind screaming at me, my head went
Yeah.
quiet. And I kept doing that. And then I had another guy who he was going through a lot of things within that same building as me. Brought him in there, and he was calling me like, I've not done anything for the past week. I'm doing this. I'm training. I'm just there like, okay, I've just helped someone. Now I feel great. As selfish as it sounds, back then that was my survival. And now it isn't my survival. Now it's a part of me. It's
Yeah.
just built into me, and I've not stopped since. I ended up started to compete. Lost my first two bouts. Obviously, that was due to experience and mental. Obviously, my mental training and such. I didn't really go through. My head went a few times, and now it's just it's just not
And
stopped.
congratulations on your win. You
Thank you very
just
much.
had a win this weekend, which is
I
amazing.
did. I did. Big respect to Melvin for stepping in for that. That was good. Marshall Promotions was a good little promo. I've known the guy. It was funny because the guy who ran that promotion, I started in the gym he started in.
Yeah.
So it was a really good like full circle. It was
Yeah, nice.
really, really cool.
It feels really aligned when something like that happens as well, doesn't it? Like, you know, like it was meant to be. As
It,
cliche as that sounds.
I think no, there's no cliche in this though. I think when it comes down to like our lives, it's not cliche. Like I'm meeting
Yeah.
people throughout my life. One of them just hopped in, Corey over here for it. People in my life who opened my eyes to things I never clocked and who
Yeah.
like just show me different avenues of the way they came into this. Do you know
Mm.
what I mean? One day
Yeah.
I'm not to get too much. I said to Corey over here, Corey Jackman, he won on the weekend, one of my friends. I said to him, his story, I want to get him doing a story with me. He's got an
Yeah.
amazing story. Like, there's so many other avenues that you would never know by looking at people. When you do this line of avocation, you find out so much, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm genuinely proud of you to other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
We've said it ourselves. We don't want to highlight celebrities. They already have a platform. We want to talk about everyday people. We want to talk to everyday people because they are just as much, if not more, inspiring.
Yeah, totally.
I think celebrities. Here's the problem with celebrities, and this is. I'm gonna go into a controversial thing with influencers and such as well. When it comes to celebrities and influencers, I don't know how freely I can talk right now, but it's all
It's really
BS.
like,
It's all
Yeah.
BS. It's all
It is.
bullshit.
Yeah.
95%, it's going to make me 95% of them are not doing it for a gain. They're doing it for a monetary gain. They're doing it because
Yeah.
it's a certain trend. I've been told by people, why do you call out Tommy Fury? Why do you call out these people? Why do you go fight on Misfits? Why do you go this? Why do you do the influencing? Because it's bullshit. Why would I
Yeah.
want to do that when it's not part of my avocation? If I ever went to be an influencer, it'd be a mental health influencer. I don't want to be influencing, it'd be avocation. So I
Yeah.
don't fit into their bracket. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to fit. There's a million boxers out there. There's millions of higher skilled boxers and more known boxers and people that are better than me, but they're not because they haven't got that individuality of the reason they do it. And
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
do it for a monetary gain. I do it because that's me. And even if I win, lose, whatever the fuck that happens, I don't care. I'm gonna keep going. And as
Yeah.
proven, I'm in papers in my area for it's all boxer comes back after loss. I won now, and I'm going to keep winning this year. And that's only because I know it has more of an impact me winning than me losing.
Yeah.
But me
Because you,
losing, gone.
no, I was going to say, I noticed something you'd said about your losses that they're not
I,
really losses.
because what they've done now is they've shown people that even though you lose, you can get back up and go back
Yeah.
and go again and win. I'm
And
fighting 10
the,
times this year. What do you think I'm going to
yeah.
do this whole 10 times, man? We're here.
And the thing is, it's like that's the result of the final bout. That's not a loss. Doing all that training, all that preparation, the motivation, the discipline. There's nothing about that that's a fail. You know, the only fail is the
If I didn't do it,
procrastinating, the not
if
doing
I
it.
if I didn't turn up and didn't do it and didn't take that risk in losing, then I would have lost myself. That's it. Like
Yeah, totally.
I can't physically stop the boxing right now because if I stop boxing, I feel like I lose myself as a person because
Mm,
I haven't got motivated. I'm not motivated anymore. I'm disciplined. It's part of my routine.
yeah,
Like I don't go to the gym for a day and my eyes are twitching. Like it's an
yeah, yeah,
addiction. It's an addiction to me. But it's not an addiction because I enjoy going to fight people or enjoy hitting the bag or enjoy training or socializing. It's because behind all of that, without that door open and me going through that door, all my mental health stuff kind of doesn't fall apart, but it has less driving force behind it.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm happy to put myself on the line and get in the ring with another guy and risk my health to show people that scars heal, wounds heal, but if you sit there and let yourself destroy yourself mentally every day, it doesn't heal. And
yeah, totally.
you end up in situations that you don't want to be in around people you don't want to be with. So I feel like it's a calculated risk and it pays off better, really what I'm doing. So
Yeah, I mean, you're inspiring people on so many levels. There's like even just getting outside, like movement is medicine. You know, it's that first place to start if somebody's feeling stuck in a rut. It's like just the sun shining, just step outside, do 5 minutes, and you'll feel better.
do you know the way I put it? It's like a door, yeah. And this door is such a thin. You know when someone does a cling film prank? I say it on my podcast. It's like that's all it is. A little bit of king film, yeah. But inside that door is you, a dark room, and all these little demons, all these
Yeah,
bad thoughts, and they creep, 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 and then they overtake you. I feel like I'm behind that door when I do what I do with a light, and then people
Mm.
just go towards it. And it's not
Oh, I
because
love that.
that's how it goes though. And I
Yeah,
said to people, you're going to be awkward. I was awkward and nervous walking into a boxing gym because it's a big thing. You go into a room full of
yeah,
fighters, people who physically they fight each other and hug each other after. Until you actually understand it, talking to an actual someone who doesn't fight or compete in a combat sport, it's difficult. But I even say do it for fitness, go to the gym for fitness, do anything.
yeah.
I'm gonna run, I believe, 36 kilometers on I think the 10th, maybe. I'm doing a
Yeah.
Jubilee line run with a lady who has a
Of
good
this month.
story as well. Yeah. No, sorry, March. Yeah, March.
Yeah.
March,
March.
Yeah.
where are we? Yeah, we're the 4th, so next week.
Sorry, my bad. The next week.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never done a 36K before, but I'm gonna do it because it's another
That's a
avenue
lot.
I can go. It's another avenue I can go down. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but
We did a 5K Tough Mudder last year and we've not shut up
yeah,
about
I respect. I think I did a 5K yesterday, but it wasn't max effort. Like
it
I
yesterday.
just a little bit, and it was nearly it was 36 seconds over 20 minutes. So
Nice, nice.
like,
That's some good pace.
but you know what it is? It's not even that. I don't even realize my pacing. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it so
hyper-focus.
much. It's with my ADHD and such. I feel like it's such a good release. So
Mm.
even boxing is a good example. Yeah, I do that. I'm Coza, whatever. I box. But you don't have to be me. You could be you. Go for a run. Go for a walk. Go for a jog. Go out. Just go outside.
Rollerblading.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Just get out of that little box you're
yeah,
in. Just
totally.
go and do something. Because the moment you do that, like I get days. I'll be honest with you. Even me, I'm sitting here in tears. I'm upset because my traumas like to creep up. But then I
Mm.
go walk my dog. I go walk the dog, or I'll do something to get out and change the pace, and I feel
Yeah,
better.
yeah,
Like it's never ever like gonna get better if you sit still. That's it sounds so daunting. I've realized this recently. It's never gonna stop. You're never not gonna have these bad thoughts. It's about learning to deal with them.
yeah, totally. I think people are looking for this cure almost, aren't they? They're looking for it to disappear, and it's like, it's sorry to break it to you, it's not going to go away, but you
You only
can.
have to look outside. Like the world is a bit scary right now. There's some crazy things
Yeah,
happening. Like, of course you don't feel happy. Well, none of us are supposed to. If
But
anyone's happy right now, I'm
Steph, look
questioning
before that.
it.
Do you know when I realized mental health, this country failed us with mental health, was when COVID hit. That's when
yeah,
I realized. That's
Mm.
when I realized when like you've got people who were already just getting better, getting outside. It was summer. People were finally coming out of that hibernation, that depressive phase. And
mm,
what happened? We got told to stay inside. I don't
yeah,
disagree with that, but I believe when we've all been let out, they should have things in place. But no, they
yeah,
don't. What they do is they shun people down and go down the routes that are not productive. I'm not going to get too controversial, but they go on non-productive
No,
routes.
yeah,
And I've
you
been
can't
part of that. Non
argue that scientists did not cooperate with politicians, or if not the other way
yeah,
round. And that
Listen,
that message should have been relayed and organized way better than it was. It was a
what
total
what I
failure.
what I believe our country should be like is everyone. We can preach mental health all we want, but people always forget the youth side of things. If there was more youth advocacy than when we were younger, there'd be less mental health.
yeah,
If we had just forget adventure playgrounds because everyone there's always been like youth centers now, projects, youth like communities,
They've all
and
gone.
what is there? There's
yeah,
nothing. And then you're thinking, why are these kids out here selling drugs? Why are these kids out here stabbing each other? Because you're not providing them with an alternative.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
providing that these kids are coming out from school and then parents can barely pay to feed them, so they're having to go out and do stupid stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
and if they're
Mm.
neurodivergent, they're in school from a young age being told they're stupid or made to feel like they're not good
Yeah,
enough.
they
So
can't
they're
wait to get
resorting
home.
to these things way earlier.
Mm.
and exactly, and they're exactly perfect point. When you're sitting there in school, I being what I have wrong with me, I you're different. I got bullied relentlessly. I got bullied so badly, and I took it
Mm.
out on my family, and I ended up getting like removed into supported livings. Like,
Yeah,
there'd be none of that. For instance, if there was boxing in schools, do you really think anyone would be bullying anyone? Do you really think
yeah,
anyone would be belittling anyone? Do you know how much respect? There's pros in my gym that could flick me and I'd die, kind of thing. And he's not shown more respect than a guy on the street that I could flick and he'd go across the world. Do you know what
yeah,
I mean by that? Like, it's
yeah,
so
totally.
humbling to think like There's people. The biggest way to be a warrior is with your mind, and like it's yeah, like
We're missing those role models for young people. Because I was going to ask you if, you know, is there somebody that you looked up to when you were younger? Did you have a role
no.
model?
Can I be honest with you? It was the fact of not having. I had a father figure. My stepfather was a good father figure, brilliant. But I didn't really have a dad like that. I have a
Yeah,
dad.
yeah,
My dad's still around, but my dad wasn't a good role model. I'll keep it honest with you. My dad wasn't a good role model. But then on the other hand, my stepdad couldn't be my role model because he wasn't my dad. He raised me nicely, but he wasn't my dad, so I didn't see him as a
yeah,
role model. I saw him as an authoritative figure. You can't have role models within your family. You have to have
yeah,
these
yeah,
outside ones. So I feel like after I solidify myself on the mental health scene, that's what I'm going to do. I want to do this. I want to open a gym. I want
yeah.
to youth
Become
advocate.
like a mentor.
I'm going to become a mentor, and
Yeah,
that's what I want to do. That's one of the main
yeah,
things. I want to be a beacon. That's all it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't care if I'm a pincushion. All this shit I've been through all of it, and I'm still here. Yeah, I have a really. I spoke to you a little bit earlier off record. I felt shit today, and I'm always stressed, but I feel shit today. But I
yeah,
know for a fact that me having this conversation right now is helping someone else, so I'm here. Do you know what
yeah,
I mean?
totally, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Do remember to look after yourself though. Don't always, you know, it's good to override it and to get out of the stagnant energy, but
it sounds bad, but with me, just that's not the way it works. It's a very good way to be with everyone. With me, if I didn't do what I do, I want to be. I have a purpose. I've always had
yeah,
no purpose. I've always been that, as you say, people get drummed in. You're purposeless, this, that,
yeah, yeah,
isolated. You're different. Well, now I'm not. Now I am different, but everyone looks up to me. So
yeah.
what now? Do you know what I mean? So that's it. Like I'm
So sure
difficult.
on that.
I know
Say again.
You're so confident with that, like
It's
just the
not.
way
It's
that you
not
come
because
across.
it's not confidence. I don't think it's confidence. It's me.
it's
It's
just
what my.
sure.
It's just me. No, it's just me. Like if I'm not gonna say it,
Which is
for
confidence, yeah.
for instance, okay. Let me put it this way. It sounds so. I can't put it. I can't really think about it. Put it in the other situation. If I go to a bar, this is hypothetical bar, and
Mhm.
I see someone there I want to talk to. If I don't go up to that person, who's going up to them for me?
I
So if
love
you want
it.
to
Yeah,
do,
you
so if you
gotta.
want to do something, you want to do something in your life, who's going to do it for you?
I'll send her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go.
you know what I
This
mean,
is
though.
what you
Who's
just
gonna?
need to like team up.
Yeah,
No,
but obviously,
I want a bit of that. I want the confidence. I love it.
It is good. Yeah,
it's
it's good.
it's natural. It's not. I don't even think of it as confidence. I feel offended.
Yeah,
It's
A
classed as confidence
natural part of you, confidence.
yeah. It's
That's
like
what it is.
you're a natural
because
like leadership
because
role. This is what we.
because
This is the thing though with your purpose being your purpose because you know it clearly it's come so naturally to you that you've found your
can
purpose.
I be honest? Actually, I think why it works that way. You said about role models.
Mm,
I have severe childhood trauma. That's
mm,
I think what it all is. I feel like I'm my own role model.
yeah,
Like I feel like you know what they say if you met yourself or if you could
yeah,
speak
yeah,
to your child your inner child, my inner child would be saying thanks to me. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I feel like in some alternate universe it's the opposite way around and I started this from being a kid. And I had a good upbringing or I had a good upbringing and I've struggled then. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I was placed here for that reason.
Yeah.
To heal myself with it from
Yeah.
within, but on the outside heal everyone else. That
Well, they,
actually may be what it is, and I never even clocked it that way.
I love it. We've come to the conclusion live on air.
Get
But
your own.
it,
I love that.
well, I've seen like a meme or whatever it is before where it says become the person that you needed when you were younger. And that's essentially that kind of full circle, isn't it? And in a way, that's what we've done with a different human design is that when I was younger, I was quite good academically. But I had a lot going on, like, you know, the underlying autism, the ADHD and all of that. And there wasn't any support. So that's why we founded what we've founded, because we want to become that gap in the market for the younger people. So, you know, totally relate to where you're coming
Also,
from.
very quick, big respect to you guys as well, by the way. Because when I saw what
Oh,
you guys were doing, I said, I don't know which one of you I said it to, but I was ranting and raving. I really respect what you guys do.
oh,
Oh,
thank
Honestly.
you.
you very
And
much.
especially how you're doing it is so unique. So no one can say you're just like anyone else. You're doing it
Yeah,
so unique. So I really respect it.
thank you. We kind of
Of
came
course.
in without any skill. So we were just like, let's
Can I
just
be
go
honest with
for
you?
it.
That's where another thing, charities we get onto as well. It's where
Yeah,
I don't like charities because bear in mind, I do it for free. I don't require nothing. But all these
yeah,
charities don't reply to me. They won't go near me.
Yeah.
because I don't care about this monetary gain. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
care. I want to help people,
Yeah.
but to have charity, you have to have funding. Do I have funding? No, I do
No.
not. Do I help people?
Yeah.
Yes, I fucking do. Do you know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean? So where's your premise? So what I mean by like having
Yeah.
no skill on it is the biggest weapon because you're going in genuine.
You're just doing it. Yeah.
It
Not.
could translate to any part of your life. You can't have a commander who's never fought in a battle. You can't have a leader who's never led or never been inspired by another leader. So that's like,
Yeah.
for instance, well, not to get controversial here, you can't have you shouldn't have a prime minister that's never been a commoner. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I
That's
hear
how
you.
it
You're right.
works.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it
Amen.
works. That's how
It's
it
like,
works, and that's how it works in everything in life. You can't have a manager who's never scrubbed the floor. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah. And it commands a more natural respect, like me with the teaching, because I go in on that low level of like,
I
I've
was you. I was
yeah,
you. That's what you're
I've
saying,
been there and
basically.
I've done it. And they know that. They can tell there's no game. Like they can tell I'm not faking it. I wouldn't know how
That's
to fake
why
it
they
if I
trust you.
tried.
That's why we
Yeah.
trust you.
Yeah.
If someone come to me right now at 50 years old and said, I've gone through childhood trauma, I've witnessed abuse, I've gone through this, I've gone through that, and generally sat in front of me with tear in their eyes and said that, I'd hug them and say, do you know what? Thank you. 'Cause at least I know you're still here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that would be my role model. Do you know what I mean? Something like
Yeah.
that. So that's what I'm gonna do when I'm older.
Yeah.
When I get to that
Yeah.
point, I'm gonna youth advocate. When anyone goes through anything like me or anything I can try and understand, I'll do the exact same thing.
I love
I
that because
would.
I feel like
I wish I had me.
boxing is
Oh,
quite a type of masculine sport still, right? I mean, there's women that take part, but in terms of the attention that it gets, when you think of
Can I
like
be
people at
honest on that
school,
point? On that point, women's boxing, I hold my heart to, is a lot better than men's boxing. No, no, no. You're
no, I
laughing.
honestly,
Hear my point.
I'm not
Women's
arguing that.
football, women's football, and any women's sport. Do you not notice women's sport? They try a million times harder.
yeah. They've got
There's
to
less.
in everything in life.
There's less coverage. There's less media. There's less
Yeah.
promo.
They
But
have to fight harder, don't
They
they?
smash it more than us.
Yeah.
No,
So
definitely.
hats off to them. Any woman that competes in
This
any
guy's on
sport.
that level.
My point more was, how do you navigate the vulnerability of mental health within that space?
There's
This
no
it's got to be
vulnerability.
quite rare, right?
There's no vulnerability. That's why I do what I do. Someone can ask me a question, I'll be completely honest with you. Like my whole premise isn't I do it because it's Andy's Man Club, but it's not because it's Andy's Man Club. It's a good slogan. It's okay to talk. It's always a good slogan. Because I'd rather be that vulnerable person that people look at than get a call. Okay, so this guy's killed himself from my gym
Yeah.
because he was feeling vulnerable and didn't think he could talk about it.
Mm.
So
You're
that's
almost
why.
making it masculine to talk, which is
Of
how
course it
we need
is.
to,
You're a
we
bad
need
man. You're a
to.
bad man. If you can go up to someone, but you know, I've been through this, I'm still fucking here. That's it. That's it.
I love that. I'm still here. I am actually still here.
That's it. I'm actually still
Yeah.
here. But that's it. That's what it is. Like, sorry, as a female, what is the most attractive and masculine thing you can, a man who actually is transparent, right?
Yeah,
It's
talks about their
transparency.
emotions.
It's
Yeah.
transparency and emotional availability.
And
But I don't,
communicate.
but I don't care about attraction. I do it because it's the way we should all be. It would
Yeah,
save
yeah.
so many lives if people actually spoke about their issues and their
So much
problems and their
time.
worries and their woes. I'd rather talk to someone about how I feel than be carried by them. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, because there's so many people that look at Ricky Hatton, for instance.
Yeah.
Come
God bless
on.
them.
Like, exactly. God bless it. But come on. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter where you are, what stature, what level you are in life. Trust me, you've all got a brain. You're all gonna
Yeah.
go through shit. Like, it breaks my heart to think people are out there suffering alone. But I can't get to everyone. I'm not equipped to deal with everyone, but I'll help as many as I can. 'Cause
And
I
that's the
wish
thing.
people.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, you're by being who you are and doing what you're doing, you're raising that vibration of everybody that comes into contact with your content, with your conversations. Your energy alone will heal those around you, and that, what more can you leave as a legacy than that?
Most definitely.
You know what my legacy I feel would be when I'm 80 something years old, or maybe a bit earlier from some head injury from boxing. But I own a gym, and that gym will be for youth amnesty and youth advocation. There'll be an amnesty bin outside my gym. There will be accessible boxing, people with disabilities. There will be
Love it.
accessible classes. There will be everything. There'll be women's. There'll be classes for women, smaller classes. My main thing I want to do is people who have anxiety. I just said people like sometimes don't want to come out. I'm going to start doing it at my gym at some point. having a small group of people that have anxiety coming later at night to do a private class. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
wicked. Love it.
And you're
I've
going to teach us,
got.
right?
Say again.
You're gonna teach us in July when we come
Do
to
you know
Watford.
what? I will happily bring you down to my gym. It's literally 10 minutes away from where you're going. So
Yeah,
I'll
wicked.
bring you guys. I'll bring you guys down. We'll get it done.
I think we'll be all right, though.
This
We got
one
alright.
just loves getting involved. Like she's
Yeah,
dying to get in the ring.
yeah. You
Just don't
sure?
hit my face.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Do you know what? We believe in equality over here, but you're a beginner, so we're not doing that.
All beginner equality along
Yeah.
together.
No,
That
it's
was the
always you got.
question I wanted to ask,
Go
though.
on, go ahead. Go ahead.
How do you get used to the being smashed in the face?
He's got a black eye right now.
Have you really? I can tell. Oh, so you have?
And you see, wait. Did you see the other guy?
Yeah, I did see the other guy. I'll show you after.
Yeah, you don't want to be putting that on air right now. But yeah. You don't. It's the way to actually train that. It sounds so silly. Is get water, drop it in your face. It's a natural reflex you get rid of. You don't get used to getting punched in the face. You just become numb to it. Like, but on the other hand, maybe don't get hit and learn to move a bit. Like,
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I always notice when I'm watching Tyson Fury, he doesn't seem to really warm up until he's been hit in the face a few times.
okay,
It's
but
like he needs a good-
Tyson Fury's a complete. He's a different kettle
He's a
of fish.
nutter.
He'll drink 10 pints of Fosters and then go fight. That's a little bit different. Like, I
He
can't
is
do
made of
that.
something. Yeah, he is
I
made of
can't
something
do
else.
that. Why use your tail in my face, bro? Come on, man. Hey, go on. Go on.
So
No,
what do you do to prepare for a fight? So you've got another fight this weekend, even though you've just had a fight weekend gone. Is there anything that you do to prepare yourself?
I don't recommend this, but I did an 8-hour session yesterday. 8 hours. Bear in mind, the day before, I did a 3-hour session with my coach, and then a 5K. Don't recommend. I do. Do you know what? It sounds weird. Like it's really bad, but this is where like using mental health as like a weapon. I get to a really low point, so I'll like isolate a little bit, and then I'll use it so productively. You're both nodding in unison. I looked up. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I literally, and I'll just smash it out. But then I'll switch off. My phone will be away. I will just go into a zone. It's like when gamblers go into like a place and they don't realize what time. That's how I am. I'll go into the gym at 1 p.m. But oh my god, it's 9:45 p.m. Everyone's leaving.
Yeah, and you've just
I'll lock the gym
gone,
up. I'll then go lock the gym up and be like, whoa. And I'll walk home. Like, whoa. Like I just done that. Like it's insane. I tear myself apart because it makes me feel better. And it's not because it's a bad thing, because I just see my progression. But I've never credited myself until this year. I never give myself credit for anything I do. So,
well, about time you start crediting yourself. Credit due where credit's deserved. What's the saying? I can't remember what the saying is.
You know what? You've actually thrown it out of my head. You took it out of my head. I know what it's called.
Yeah, like sorry.
Yeah, apologise.
I've just brain injured everybody.
Yeah, that kind of hurt. I take some water because that actually injured my brain. One second. That actually, like, whoa, that kind of spun me a bit. Wow. Someone needs to chat GBT that or something, because that's actually spun me a little bit.
Credit something where credit's due.
Credit's owed where credit's due.
No, it's not owed.
I'm
We actually have to
gonna
search this. We actually
I'm
have
gonna-
to.
I'm gonna- yeah, I've actually killed him off. I'm gonna search it.
Whoa, you threw me there.
She's the queen of saying things wrong.
Yeah.
To the point that I don't.
Yeah.
It's fun to just not correct anymore. Like, yeah, say it that way. Why not?
Well, it's all right. It's all right. I'm here for a bit. It's all right. I'll do it.
I don't know. It's not even. This is coming up saying that the phrase is "give credit where credit is due." That's not the same.
That is it. That is it.
Is it?
I'll give you credit where credit is due, but
Okay, fair enough. Right, we can draw a line under that part now. We
Alright,
credit
cool.
you for what you are doing.
We talk about the important stuff.
Yeah. So mentally then, do you use tools like visualization to visualize your wins?
you
Like
have
how
to.
do you
You have
overcome?
to. Shadowboxing is visualization. So
Yeah,
imagine the guys in front of you.
your
You know
opponent's
what I
there.
mean? Yeah, and then you go into a flow state. Can I be honest with you? I feel like I've got spiteful all of a sudden when it comes to boxing. It's because I
Yeah,
think about the other guy winning and the feeling it made me feel, and then the feeling the other people maybe felt when I lost, when they were expecting me to win. It's a
yeah.
very long, long tree of things. But every time I feel like I'm going to give up or I feel like my body don't want to do it, I just think of that, and then something else hits me, and it gives me a second wind.
It sounds very much like you know that you've got these strong emotions, but you've managed to find a way to hack them, as it were, to
I
kind of
do. I
support you.
can when I'm in the right environment, when I'm home
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
boxer.
yeah.
Sometimes when I'm at home, I can't. I'm completely honest. Sometimes when I'm at home, I can't.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
when I
Some
when
yeah,
I'm at,
that's
when I'm at home, it's very hard. It's very hard. My brain will go against itself, and then I'll think to myself, I have to do that. Today, I can't go to the gym. I'm not fit. I spoke to you. I'm not feeling very good today, mentally.
yeah,
But this is productive, and this is helping people, so it makes me feel better. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, totally.
So,
I totally relate to sometimes with the emotions. Like, there's one job I have to do where I clean my fire out, and of course I'm going to get sooty hands. Like, that's just the way it is. But when I reach in to like build the fire back up, there's a bit that if you accidentally touch it, you get really like black soot on your hands. And I know it's going to happen, and yet when it happens, it infuriates me, and it's ridiculous. It shouldn't even make me angry. I know it's going to happen, but I put it down to my sensory processing, like processing that sensory stimulation. I find really hard, clearly, because I'm there like, oh, you've done it again, haven't you? Like
even
crashing
thinking
out
of
over
that
the.
feeling, ugh.
But it's ridiculous, isn't it? Because you think, you know, we're talking about all these ways of like healthy management and coping, and between us, we've
But
got all
that's
these
long term.
successes.
That's big things. When it comes with autism and such, I
Yeah,
believe if I told you right now a very complicated maths equation, you could probably work it
it's
out.
yeah,
But
probably work that out.
if I told you 1 + 1, we're gonna look for any other avenue other than two.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah,
right?
yeah. I think you're right there. I had a meeting with the council just before I've come on this meeting with you, and that's basically what they were saying, that they want that lived experience of how does it actually present in your life. And I said, well, it actually presents in the sense that I can write a book and I can do all of these big achievements, but
But I
keeping
can't
on
crack an
top of my
egg.
pots, keeping on top of like the laundry or something, makes me want to lose my mind.
Oh, don't make me show you my laundry basket, Jesus Almighty. But yeah, it's
We've all
stuff
got
like
the same
that.
one.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And I think that's a very good thing. And you can analyze, you can put that into like an analogy. Like we could be in a spot of such self-happiness and things
Yeah,
going right because we're doing, when we don't have that productive outlet, everything goes.
yeah, yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And
totally.
like, I feel like for me, I don't think I was session yesterday. That feels like it was a week ago. Doesn't feel
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
was yesterday. Like I feel like I don't count my achievements within the right time frames. Do you know what I mean by that?
yeah. But also, like, do you struggle like because with the passing of time, I feel like I've got a really strange like I don't see time passing like in a linear,
Literally what I just
organized
said.
way. It's kind of like this piece of
Event,
time just really
event,
fast and
event,
yeah, and
event,
yeah,
event,
yeah,
event. Yep,
yeah. It's
yep,
really
yep,
weird,
yep.
isn't it? So it's like that's probably where you're at with
But
the
it's
training and
us.
stuff.
But it's us,
Yeah,
and it's millions of people out there. So for us,
yeah, yeah,
it's not weird. It's just it's normal.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's
I
that
couldn't imagine.
some of the stuff you've said as well is so similar to that creative kind of brain, like getting hooked up into the training and just hyper focusing for hours. I mean, Steph's like a fantastic artist, and I'm sure she can relate that when you're like in the zone doing something, 20 hours can pass, yeah, and you're like, where on
Yeah.
earth has that time gone? Like, so I think, yeah, it's like similar avenues.
Yeah, I was going to ask if, because you clearly got the fully understanding of what movement and exercise can do for the brain. Have you tried any more creative, expressive outputs?
Like dancing, or have you ever done
Drawing.
anything? Yeah, art.
Boxing, you know, boxing is a form of dance. If you don't throw your
Yeah,
hands, it is
well,
a form of dance.
yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of dancers do cross over to boxing and vice versa. This is why I made that association straight
Yeah.
away.
But
But
in terms of drawing, creating a piece,
Drawing, no, I can barely write a sentence correctly. I can write smell, but my handwriting is atrocious. I haven't got the patience. When I slow down, I can. Drawing, no. I feel like more creative in a sense of project-wise and
yeah,
physical, like things to do. Or
yeah,
like I can visualize in my brain. If I said to you, Steph, for instance, can you draw me this? But I can give you every little detail, and that drawing will come to your head like that. but I couldn't draw it myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like it's a common misconception, this idea of creating for a therapeutic benefit, that it has to be any good.
It doesn't have
That
to
is
be
the
any good,
first
yeah.
misconception.
Anything we
create.
When someone says
do,
I can't draw, I don't care. I can't
any
box, but it would still be good for me to do
Hey, I've
a
just
level of
you
boxing.
I've just
can't.
thought.
Okay, let's look at it this way. Yeah, unless you physically are missing hands, you like. There's no way you can't box. Unless you physically are missing legs, there's no way you can't run. Even with that, you can still run because there's prosthetics.
Yeah.
There's just no such thing in the world as I can't. And it
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
so cliche. How many grandmas have told us this? But it's so true. There is
All right, Grandma.
no such thing as I can't. There is I'm willing to try because I'm scared of failing.
Yeah, because I've seen an
That's it.
example of somebody's standard, and I'm not going to reach that standard. But it's like, well, that's not a reason to not just give it a go.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's it. Like if I said to myself, "Oh, I can't box," I wouldn't be talking to having this conversation right now, would we?
Well, one of the analogies that I use with my students, because they're also scared of failing, and I'm like, you've been taught that because when you was a baby and then a toddler, you taught yourself to walk through failure. You would stand up and fall over and stand up and fall over and over again. And you didn't just say, oh, I failed, so I'm not going to try again. Else you'd still be sat on your ass now. So it's like we've actually only been taught through the systems and through like negative associations that trying and failing is something to be embarrassed about. It's actually literally the key to life. You know what I mean? Is being able to try and fail.
You know what I feel like it is? I feel like our society today is more, oh, it's okay. You don't have to do that because it's gonna hurt if you fail. No,
Yeah.
fucking go. Get out there, do it. Like, I'm sorry,
Sometimes we
but
need that.
do you
Just
think if
get out there and do
do
it.
you think if I ever have children, my conversation will be when they are old enough will be, you want to, okay, tell me now, do you want to do this above all else? Yes. Okay. From this moment on, no matter what you tell me, I'm not going to give a shit. I'm going to make sure you achieve that.
Yeah.
And if they
Yeah.
say to me, okay, and I give a word and I say, you tell me these words and it's done, finished. Cool. If that word never gets said to me, that child will be a professional, whatever industry they want to be in.
Yeah.
Because I will
Yeah.
put my life to it. And that's it. We could do it within ourselves. The only reason, as you say, is that safety net people put around us, teachers mainly, normal,
Yeah.
not divergent teachers,
Yeah. Yeah.
teachers,
Yeah.
standard teachers who put around us that, yeah, unless you could pass in this class, nothing else matters. No, because this little maths equation isn't going to help you invent the light bulb. But look at who invented the light bulb. Autism, Asperger's, Einstein, Edison. Every single one of these people that have
Exactly.
changed history are like us.
Trust me, I wrote a poem about that, and it's like says something about although most of the weirdos are our heroes, you know, because it's like whilst we're here, we get labelled and all that, and then after they're
But
like,
do you know
"Well, they're
what's crazy?
fantastic."
Do you know what's fun? Like imagine, okay, so imagine if I was walking down the street and no one knew who the hell I was, but then I start preaching about what I do. Everyone's like, he's a weirdo. If I went on the street and I literally I have this on or I have something on that represents it, makes me stand out for anyone else, everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, who's that?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's how society works. If you don't stand out, you're not gonna get noticed. But standing out isn't always about having a flashy car, a hot girlfriend, a hot boyfriend, a big 100K watch. It's about the way your aura and the way you present yourself.
Yeah,
I
totally.
walk in the room, people think I'm either a police officer, it's really bad, or just there to cause a problem because I walk with purpose.
Yeah, and you've got that
Like,
authority.
that's it. That's it. Like,
Mm.
and like, there's too many safety nets given to us at a young age. If I'm honest, I believe
Yeah,
you need to get blood in your knees before you
yeah,
can learn to climb a mountain. Do you know what I mean? And people do it the opposite way around, and then they ended up falling off into the. It's like it has a good analogy actually. Go get blood on your knees to climb the mountain, because when people climb the mountain without getting blood on their knees, they fall off and die. That's how it
yeah,
works. Like,
yeah.
that's
No,
literally how it works.
you're so right, because actually thinking about another layer to the school system is that we're preparing these kids to take these exams, and the idea is that they pass. Now, really, there should be like
Fail-safes.
a system where they can fail, and it's like that's okay. Like, do you get what I
But
mean?
that system should then show them you're going to go through hardship now because you
Yeah,
failed
yeah,
this.
yeah,
But in a
yeah,
sense of
How to
like, it
deal
should,
with the heart.
yeah.
Steph, I think you'll be good to answer this one. What do you think if a student, say if we had that system in place, say we put our system in place, what would the fail safe be? Because I know exactly what I want it to be, but I want to see your opinion.
What would the first what?
What would the
Sorry?
fail safe be?
So if I said to you, okay, I'm going to give you 20 children, you are now going to make this class pass these exams. If any of them fail, there is a fail safe. But this fail safe isn't fun. Okay, what would that consequence be? Not a consequence, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like so. If they fail, what they would have to do.
Oh right, okay, a consequence of why they. I mean, I'm not really into punishment necessarily. I'm more trying to work out what the where we failed on and where to work.
Not punishment. No.
Congratulate them for trying. That's what I would say. I'd be like, you tried, guys. That's what matters.
Do you know what mine would be?
Go on.
It'd be an entry into work, whatever work they wanted to go into. It would be
Nice.
unpaid. It'd be unpaid.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
mandatory. It'd be like, okay, you failed this exam. Okay, here's what you're gonna do now. You want to go into this industry? Okay, you have two industry choices. You fail at one, you go to the other. You fail at the other, that's it. I feel they should have that. Say, for instance, a kid fails that exam because they could have stuff going on at home. They want to go into hospitality. Okay, you're starting off in a mid-level restaurant. You're going to be a waiter. You're going to be a glass collector. Stuff like that. That's why I believe they should have these jobs being given to people who come out of school. Do you know what I mean?
Apprenticeships seem to be proven to be way more usable than most universities.
But not an apprenticeship in that sense. I believe.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you failed. Now you're doing it unpaid. You passed, you do it paid. But I'm going to put but the people they work with are people who are qualified to deal with people.
Both ways whether you win or you lose, you're still getting a productive outcome, and there's still a motivation to do well. Like.
Sorry to stick you on the spot, by the way, Steph, by the way. Sorry.
Well, the motivation to do well is to go into the paid job.
So what I mean is, but the whole premise is here, Steph. I'll debate with her because I get your point. So here's my whole point. My whole point is, so for instance, if I come to your class and I've got my dad's abusing my mum at home, my dad's beating the shit out of my mum, I'm not going to come to class thinking, let me pass. I'm going to say, fuck this exam. Okay?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, me knowing if I try my arse off, that even if I fail, I'm still gonna do something to that same path is more of a lullaby than my mum stroking my head. Do you know what I mean by that? So the motivation behind it is obviously to pass, but all of us have that. I'm in a box. This box is safe. Brilliant. Some people's parents and their upbringing have cracked that box open and left them to dry. That's what I mean by that. But it's not a verbally spoken thing. It's not a thing where we go, you can fail, here's what happens. It's a thing where it's, okay, you guys have passed, off you go. Now here's what we're going to do. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, sometimes I don't explain it correctly, but do you know what I mean by that?
I think, definitely. And I'm often the same. I feel like it's more, an apprenticeship allows, although not a very good wage, they start at like £2.90 or something.
But on the other hand, there's a big stigmatization of apprenticeships. There's a very big thing on apprenticeship, but they're allowed to be treated like shit. They're allowed to do this. I was an apprentice.
That's a thing of its own, right? That needs the truth is to be changed.
But back to my point. This is where it wouldn't happen with this, because these people who are dealing with them are people like us. You see what I said?
They're already
they couldn't do that. So that's now a special entry level into your industry. Whereas now you're going to have someone who can understand and be patient. Whereas these lot that have passed, they're already at that level where they have that confidence and they're passed. So they don't need that. They don't need that help anymore. And if they do, then they come to the entry one. But it's always that's a real safety net that we should have.
Yeah, that's nice.
Do you know what I mean?
I wish as well, like, because obviously our students, you have to keep them in education till they're 18, and some of them, they're ready for a job at 14, 15. It's like,
I started working at 14.
Yeah, same. And it's like, and you learn so much about the world, and it's such a shame because some of my students, they're 16 years old, they're desperate, they're earning, but through avenues they shouldn't be. And that's how you start this criminalization path, because
it's also easy to get into that for a sense of family and belonging as well. Like,
yeah, exactly. And especially, like you say, they've got stuff going on at home. They want to take some money home for their mum to support the income. They're going to do whatever they need to do to earn. And unfortunately there isn't the job opportunities out there anymore for the real young ones. You know, it's very
Even
very
people
sad.
who have university qualifications are not getting jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've got a
Yeah.
real kind of employment issue. But like me and my dad were saying, like, you know, like we've been having loads of flooding, the ditches need digging. There's so much productive things
If,
that
if you
as
told these
communities.
kids, if you told these
Yeah,
kids, if we had a youth centre, for instance, and said, okay,
yeah,
guys, these lot fund our youth centre. This is how you get to socialise. Can we go and do this? Of course. Taking volunteers, of course.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. New
See
York
what I
has
mean?
literally just started offering their residents an extra £30 an hour if they want to come just spread salt on the roads. And people that have taken it up, and they've just
Bit of
got
community
extra money for it.
spirit, like bring us
You see
together.
what I mean? You see what I mean? It's insane. It's
It's just
absolutely
these
insane.
small ideas, isn't it? And this is where the politicians could bridge that gap. They don't really kind of talk to
I've
everybody
never
that live an
ever wanted
everyday
to be a
life.
politician or a member of parliament, but I know for a fact when I get to the point I need to be, I'm definitely going to be advocating towards
Yeah,
a local government position, just
yeah.
so there's also
A
another
bit of
avenue.
a voice that you can carry those opinions forward. We've said before, like we should, because there's no party that represents neurodivergence. We were like, if we started a neurodivergent party, then I'm sure that we'd get quite
But
good backing.
on the other hand, do you know what it is with that? Like, that's a key point. But I think it shouldn't be a whole separate thing. That's the
Yeah,
problem with
yeah, yeah, yeah,
society. I believe it should be where it's like, for instance, say you went and got a governmental seat. You're part of whatever you want to be part of, but that's your avenue.
yeah,
And then you spread domino effect to other people. Wow. So at the end of the day, the ideal thing for this country, the way it should be, is if we start sorting out our children, our school system,
yeah,
our care
Training.
system, we're not going to have any of these mental health problems. We're not going to have unproductive
yeah,
members. We're not going to have drug dealers. We're not going to have undisciplined people. If we bring maybe, Frank Guilford has said, if we have boxing in schools in the 1950s and 60s, do you see half these geezers from the 1940s and 50s? Like, they didn't go out and do stupid shit. They,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
women and children can walk the streets back
Have you
then. We
heard,
can't.
have you heard of Tony Simpson, by the way?
Heard the name.
That's my dad's uncle.
Respect, respect,
You're the
respect.
only person that I've spoke to in a long time that would understand any of that. So
Of course,
In
of
the
course.
boxing.
most time
Do you know
people
what it,
don't know. So
do you know what he did the boxing world? Like, when it comes to like eras, so Frank Guilfeather was probably Tony's era, wasn't he? This is like
Yeah,
50s or 60s.
yeah. I say it's got to
But
be few.
Guilfeather, he runs, he's in Scotland, and like it's insane. He does major youth advocacy. He says boxing should be in schools. I think if boxing was in schools right now, we'd have no gang violence.
Yeah, what part of our alternative provision, one of them that I used to work at, offer boxing as part of their skill set, and it does wonders for their emotional regulation. You know, these are young men that have not been given a healthy outlet.
And women, not even just men, and women.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
everything. Like, there's such a stigma on, like, obviously it's not you. I know you didn't mean it that way, but it's like it's our initial thoughts, isn't it?
yeah.
So
Well, it's because
you say boxing, you think man. Do you know what
well,
I mean?
I
Not
work
you, but
with
like,
boys, but yeah, you're right. The girls
but I mean,
would benefit as well.
most
Mm,
people, if you say boxing, they say men. It's not you, anyone would say it. Me included sometimes, off
yeah, yeah,
instinct. But like, I think it's heavy because there's a lot of different avenues with the youth stuff, because youth stuff
yeah.
isn't just men witnessing it. There's women going through a lot of shit. And
Oh, yeah,
do you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff out there that is very bad, and people don't understand. I had to learn about BPD when I was with my ex-partner, for
mm,
instance. I had to learn very, very quickly.
yeah,
And like, it's such a eye-opener to look at other people's struggles.
yeah,
And like, it's just, forget all this. Okay, that's another topic. It's going to work hand in hand. Let's forget all this. Okay, let's learn about, I'm not trying to get controversial. I'm really not.
Don't worry,
Let's learn about trans rights. I respect transsexual people, but
yeah,
that's something you can visually see. That's something you can visually talk about.
mm,
They don't say, let's learn about, here's a trauma response. Let's
yeah,
learn about bipolar. Let's learn about mental disorders. Let's learn about coping mechanisms. No, let's learn about someone who wants to become a woman, or a man who wants to become a man. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry to say, it
yeah,
sounds so bad and it sounds so stupid, but we can sit here and support people for a choice that is whether or not chemical. I don't care, but you can't sit there and support someone who's gone through sexual violence, for instance, and is
yeah,
now and is now in a position where they don't know whether they want to be alive or not. The way our country is disgusting. And I'm not a victim of that, but I've been around people to know how bad it affects people.
Yeah.
Like this country has zero support for people who are vulnerable. They allow people to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And then they take and give through the benefit system. I hate this country. I despise it, but we live here. And I didn't despise it when I grew up.
The structures. No, you're right. I was just saying, like, the structures and the systems for this country don't support the people, but there's a lot of positivity amongst the communities. You know, that's what I'm finding, that that those stories, the ones you were talking about right at the start, the motivations behind people's actions and stuff, they're fascinating, and there's so much to learn if we can encourage people to be more tolerant and
open.
One of our things is we always say think the best. So instead of like, you know, like there's a lot of road rage and people being angry and stuff, it's like instead of
you know what that guy's going through. He could be divorced from his wife. You beat him and call him a prick. He might go kill himself. Not to say it in a way where it's like,
no, I hear you.
You can't say something because it might hurt someone's feelings. Say what the fuck you want. Say what you want.
But don't come
within
from
reason.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's about like when people are angry and not aware, they're just they're just spreading their own energy everywhere without being aware of how that can impact people.
But on the other hand, you get people like us. If I walked into your bus, for instance, say for instance, I walked past your bus, I was a random person, I was having a break, you'd come out and ask if I was okay.
Yeah.
Whereas there's 80% of people who look at me like a nutcase and call the police. Do you know what I mean? That's where we should be educating this rather than other things. We can sit there and talk about religion. We can sit there and talk about equality. Yeah, cool. History has proven we have fixed it. Where the fuck have we fixed mental health? Sorry, we used to drill into people's skulls. We used to drill into people's heads. Rather than doing that now, we are rewiring their heads. But instead of rewiring it correctly, we're nullifying it and numbing them.
We put plasters on things. We don't actually heal the wound.
You literally just hit a bullseye with that. Exactly. Yeah. We plaster stuff, but rip it off.
Yeah, the tick boxing exercises drive me mad. Like, you know, where it's in school, it's like I have to do certain things.
You feel like this.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, you've got to do that to tick a box. They care about that paperwork being filled in more than they care about the actual child and what the child is actually going through.
And that's the premise of the world these days. They care about the physical paper trail rather than the actual human aspect.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, we've really lost
then you get idiots like Andrew Tate. Okay, guys, so I'm going to be a big masculine bullshitter. Then I'm going to get in a ring and move around like a ballerina and get beat up.
That was nice to watch, though.
so sorry. You're going to sit here and preach, I've got balls, but then drop them the moment it comes to the time because you want to make more money.
Call him out. We'll pay good money to watch you beat him up.
It's not even about that. Do you know what the people like don't deserve a platform?
No, I know it.
I will name my firstborn Coza if you beat him up. I will own my life there.
Do you know what? Don't do that because you know people say they've given me challenges in the past and I've done it.
Yeah, we was only talking about this.
I don't think you understand. If you could accomplish that, every kid's called Coza.
Steph,
I'm going to have your portrait tattooed on her back.
Steph could draw a portrait of me and hang it up in her house.
Yes, she can.
But you know what it is, if I'm honest with you, like, there's all these people, there's women out there doing influence, there's men doing influence, and I'm looking at them, you're so fucking fake. I don't say it from a point of hate. I'm just like, I know the moment that camera cuts, you go like this, you go home, you go smoke something, and you go to sleep. Like, I'm sorry, but 95%.
I feel like you called us out then.
No. Listen, don't start me off because I have to sometimes, like, when we come off this camera, my face isn't going to change from this. I'm only laughing and joking right now because we're having a stimulating conversation. I'm not happy with that. But we move because if I don't move, 10 other people behind me ain't moving.
Yeah.
It's like a traffic jam. If I don't keep going forward, no one else going to do it around me. But no one else really has that driving force behind them. So for those who don't, reach out to people, man. I've always said the okay to talk. It's on everything. It's on the back of my shorts. It's going to be on my fucking socks next week.
Yeah.
I've got a company making me custom socks. It's on my gum shield. It's in my heart. Like,
Yeah.
talk to people. If we all
I love
start
that.
communicating, there's going to be a lot less problems. We're going to educate each other.
Brings down those
Like,
divisions, you know, that's what they rely on, is all assuming that somebody else is different to them. But actually, when we all start talking, we've all got the same fears, the same dreams.
we've all got different origins, all the same goal. We all
Yeah,
just want to be happy and exist.
exactly. Well, I'm just looking at the time, Cosmo, and we're going to have to wrap it up because we've got our live podcast after this. So
Yeah, I'm so excited for July though. Like, I want to
Me
find
too.
out more
Me too.
about you, see
Me
you in
too.
your ends. I think it's going to be a really cool chance to make some good.
I cannot wait. I cannot
we'll
wait.
have another live conversation like this before then. Anyway, we'll keep the ball rolling, keep the
Listen, you
conversation
guys drop me
going.
a message. I will make sure I'm free. I really enjoyed this today.
Yeah,
Oh, me too. Yeah, you've been really easy to talk to.
Yeah, real pleasure to talk to as well. It's
Thank you very
very
much.
reassuring to know that there's like people like yourself out there that are sharing the same vision. So it's amazing.
Hopefully by the end of this journey, there'll be a lot more.
Yes, exactly.
Amen to that.
Thank you
Good
so
night,
much,
guys. And
Good night,
everybody,
everyone.
catch Coza at his next fight if you can.
Sending you all the good vibes.
Go and follow him, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you all again soon.
And we'll
Thank
be
you so
6
much,
p.m.
guys.
live on YouTube. We'll see you guys there.
Yeah, catch us at 6. Bye.
Take care, mate. Okay, one sec. How do I... Bye, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you at 6 p.m. on YouTube. A Different Podcast Official.